Alright guys, so kind of a big disaster this morning. I went into my Camaro to get it started, get it ready for this video, but when I cranked it over, it didn't want to start and it sounded like rod knock. I'll put the clip in right now. Alright, and I'm thinking I'm going to need a new engine, which doesn't scare me as much because I'm planning on swapping this out for either an LS1 to make it a simple swap, because the 98 02s came with the LS1 in this exact same car, just a different subframe and computer. Or if I want to go crazy, I want to do a 2JZ swap, but that's not going to happen for a very long time. But then we're going to go back to my house and start doing body work so we can get it ready for paint. Now there's a few cracks and scratches that I want to, well, not scratches, a few cracks that I want to address. One on the bumper, there's one on, I think, this side back there, and a hole in the door that I have some fiberglass sheet and some bondo that I'm going to use to put over that. Alright guys, so I'm back home. Actually marked out in yellow paint where the cracks are. There's a nice crack here, which I'm going to clean up. I'm going to sand around the outside of it. And this is just going to be filled in with bondo. Here's where the hole is in the fiberglass door. That's gonna be simple enough. I'm just gonna sand around here. I'm actually gonna put a piece of cardboard in the back, so the bondo and the fiberglass have something to hold on to. If we go around here to the front, the bumper isn't in bad shape. It just looks like it's a new bumper, but they just never had it painted or anything. This is what I was talking about here. There's a nice gash. It kind of looks like someone took an angle grinder to it, but I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, so I'm gonna get back to you guys. Alright guys, so now what I'm actually gonna do is read the instructions on this body filler. I don't know how to use bondo. I've never actually done body work besides maybe a few rattle can paint jobs, but that's about it. So I'm just gonna read the instructions and get to it. I'm not gonna show you guys how to mix or anything because I think it's like a quarter of what you actually have, like a quarter of the hardening versus the actual putty you get or you put down. I'll actually put one video in the description that I thought was really good. I'll put his name down there too because I can't remember off the top of my head. So let's get started. Alright guys, while we let that dry, I'm going to start working on the door, if you guys can see down here. Now, I'm not just going to be fixing that. Another problem I have is the rod came out from the actual door handle. It's a really simple fix. I just got to put the rod back into the hole and then we'll be good. So I'm going to take the inside door panel off and then I'm going to fix the door handle first things first. That way I can get the window up. The window has to be up anyway to fix that. And then I'm going to be fixing the hole down there by putting some cardboard behind that, by hot gluing some cardboard behind it so the Bondo and the fiberglass have something to stick to. Then after we're done with that, I'm going to come back to this and start sanding that down. I think it should be ready in about 15 minutes or so, but I'm going to wait about 30 to actually start sanding it down. So we'll get to it. Alright guys, with 4th gen Camaro and Firebird doors, it's really simple to take off the door skin here, or I guess this would be the door panel. There's 2 bolts right there. There's 1 screw there. There's going to be another screw behind here, and that's all there is. Alright, so my phone died halfway through the last part of the video, and it's actually the next day. I was letting my phone charge, and while I was letting it charge, it rained, it got really dark. So now I'm just going to take the 2 bolts out of there, the one here, and then one on the side here. So let's get to it. Okay, so now I have the panel off. These are the controls to the window. I'm actually gonna have to connect the switch back on because I forgot to roll up the window. The hole is gonna be somewhere back there, and the rod to the exterior door handle runs up and down here. This rod that you see on the ground down here, that one goes to the locking mechanism. So right now I'm gonna roll up the window because I'm gonna need the window up anyway just to patch up the hole, and then I'm gonna put the rod back into the hole that it needs to go to open up from the outside. Alright, so I finally got the door handle working. The rod's in the hole that needs to be in. I've secured it better than how it was from the factory because there's really nothing holding it in, at least that I know of. I'm going to bring you guys around to the front. Alright, so what I'm going to do is from the back side, I'm going to glue in a piece of cardboard just so the Bondo has somewhere to hold on to, and for the fiberglass sheets to hold on to as well. So I'm going to sand this part down here, and then I'm going to start covering it up. Alright, so I completely messed this one up. So I forgot that the Bondo hardened up, so I'm going to redo this batch and try it again. Alright guys, so this is an awful job right here. You guys can see where I put the sheets. So there's 2 layers of Bondo in there right now. Wait for this to dry, sand it down. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna come around to the front, and I'm actually gonna take my bumper off so I can bring it inside to work on it because I want to finish that tonight. Now the plans for the bumper, I'm actually going to cut out this grill here because why not? I'm going to be getting a different bumper anyway later on. The hood itself for body work, I'm going to leave it how it is just for now until it gets warmer. Mainly because, or at least until the rain season stops here, which is in between every season. Because I want to cut out this stinger, then smooth that in, and make the actual scoop functional. So I'm going to have so it's going to be a functioning scoop and I guess cowl, so heat extractor. So like up to about here is going to be where the hood scoop collects the air and puts it straight back into the engine. But for now, I'm going to look up a video on how to take off the bumper, which I think it's like a couple bolts along here and 2 along the side. But I'm going to do that right now. Alright guys, so I'm actually going to do a part 2 on the bumper and sanding down the rest of the body. I also want to cut the antenna off and make that flush with the rest of the body. So check out part 2. Catch you guys later.
Just me, just you.